So today we're going to talk about seated yoga and still being able to infuse breath into your body and still being able to move the spine in all the ranges of motion it needs to move and be able to find some work in your legs, okay? Getting started, I want you to have your feet resting into the floor and your sit bones nestled into the chair. Just allow your weight to release into those points, into the bowl of your pelvis, into the soles of your feet, and then feel the breath come into the body. So maybe you're closing your eyes, maybe your gaze is just down. You'll let the breath come in and out through your nose and feel the expansion of your body. Notice this idea of your spine getting longer as you let breath come in. If the shoulders feel like they're tight or anything, just give them a shrug to the ears and soften them down. Notice where the breath is moving in the body. Notice weight in your sit bones. There's a tendency to sort of try and be light in our hips, and then lots of effort and work comes up into our chest and shoulders that's unnecessary. So let the pelvis rest. All right. If we go to boot, move the spine in the three directions it's meant to move. Just slide your fingers to the ends of your knees. Arch your back. And on an inhale, begin to lift it upwards. Good. So there's an exhale in this curve. And there's an inhale in the extension that happens. Remember that as long as you're exhaling, you can be releasing into the curve, and as long as you're inhaling, you can be lifting up. But don't push yourself either direction in any way that it feels like you're going to hold your breath. As soon as your breath gets tight, that's your body's early warning system that if you're not careful, you're going to move out of range of motion where injuries can happen. So it doesn't matter what your range of motion is here, it matters what your breath is doing. You're just allowing the breath to start to bring suppleness into the flexion and extension of your spine. And then release that. So the next movement that we're going to do in the spine is this lateral side. We want to open up the distance on the side body. Before we do that, just sort of notice how you feel the spine and how it supports your body. Your right hand can ground down on your chair. Your left arm can sweep up and over. The inhale brings you back to center, and the exhale takes you to the other side. So an inhale up and an exhale to the other side. Know that for any reason, if your shoulders are tight, this top hand can rest on your head or your shoulder. And what you're looking for is long length from the hip to the armpit. A nice long opening through the side body. Just finding that lateral plane. Nice. So come up from that. Notice now you can feel almost 3 lines in your body. You can feel the strength of the spine, and you can also feel the strength down the side body. Thirdly, we're going to bring our body into a twist. So bring your hands together, put your thumbs right against the breastbone. For this movement, because I want to isolate the back and not be using your neck and shoulders, keep the chin floating above the fingertips. Twist on the exhale, inhale back to center. Twist on the exhale. Super easy to twist the breath right out of your body, and it's important not to do that. So as you're exhaling, you feel the breath leave. When you get to the point that it feels like you're hitting a brick wall, hitting an end motion, either with your breath or your physical movement, don't push against that. Just use that, even a moment before that happens, use that as a rebound moment to bring yourself back to center. If all you did every day was make sure that you moved the spine in the 3 directions that it's meant to move, it would be super happy with you. Yeah, and then come back to center. Let your hands rest. Feel a deep breath come in and out of your body. Notice how easy it is to sit tall now, how relaxed your body is. See if your weight still sinks down into the hip sockets. Drop your arms down by your side. As you inhale, let the arms float up. As soon as the inhale ends, use that as your turnaround point for the hands to go down. Yeah, breathe in, letting the arms float on the inhale. And then as the exhale begins, let the arms float down. Remember, it doesn't matter how high they lift. You're just letting the arms experience the upward movement of the inhale and float down on the outward flow of the exhale. Nice work. Good. Inhale the arms right up to shoulder height or a little bit lower. Take the thumbs down, turn them up, down, and up. Take the fingers to the wall behind you, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and then draw the right arm over the left. So hands to shoulders or palms together. Whichever one works best for you, you'll just lift the elbows away from the chest, pull it back down again, float up on your inhale, float down on your exhale. You're massaging the space right now between your shoulder blades. So just feel sort of that delicious movement, that release that's happening between the shoulder blades. Release the elbows, open the arms, take your fingers to the wall behind you, squeeze your shoulder blades. When you come to the other side, put the right arm under the left. Same thing, you come to this position or hands touching. If your hands are on your shoulders, it's just a lift and lower the same way you were doing it before. Inhale as the elbows rise, letting the elbows fall on the exhale. The movement follows the breath. And then when that feels complete on that side, the hands come down, the arms open, shoulders shrug right up to the ears and roll down your back. Shrug right up to your ears, roll down your back. One more time, backwards. 1, 2, 3, forwards, resting your hands. Take your right ear to your right shoulder, and then just let your left arm get heavy down by your side. Draw that hand up, rest it. Bring the head to center. Take left ear to left shoulder and drop that arm down. Nice deep breaths. And then inhale and come up. So as you're seated here now, just do a check-in. Notice if it feels easier to just sit tall in your body. Notice if your body has any inclination that it wants to just collapse backwards, or if it's quite happy to sit tall. Often it doesn't take very much for us to put a little bit of integrity into our body as soon as we do the breath body expansion. So I hope you enjoyed that little clip. Practice it lots. Enjoy.